look all around it.
Okay.
So, like I said, you got me, Baby G, and you got Cyclops.
Okay.
So please tell the world who you are, how long you've been doing this, and then we're gonna talk about this song, Whatever Happened.
Awesome. So my name is Patricia M. Goins. I use my middle name because there's so many people out there. I want to make sure you know who I am. I'm an author. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a singer. I'm a performer. I'm more a performer than singer, I think. But I do a little bit of everything in the entertainment industry. I help other artists. I have a group called the Atlanta Music Industry with a Z, and we have about 32. I got about 32,000 members, and they're artists and they're people that are in the industry and everything. And so I started the group when I lived in Chicago, but it grew. Yeah, I lived in Chicago for like 6 years, but it grew when I moved to Atlanta and got on 1100 AM. And then it went crazy when someone, I don't even know who this person was, they was like, hey, I can help you grow your group. I'm like, okay. And before I knew it, it was just growing by leaps and bounds. And it just took off from there. It got so crazy we had to make it private because you know how social media is. I started with books first, right? I wrote 7 books, independent filmmaker. I turned one of them into a movie. And then after that, I hooked up with Mr. Hankey, living my best life, twerkulator, I hooked up with him. I actually had a radio show because I'm a radio host too. So I had a radio show. It was called Talk That Talk at that time. But then he ended up coming on my radio show, which I still have on Wednesdays, called On the Move Unscripted. But anyway, I hooked up with him, just really interviewing him and promoting him. But then I let him know that I could sing. I sent him a track. I ended up moving back to Chicago, and I sent him a track, and he was like, yeah, I'll rock with you. So he made like 2 or 3 songs for me. Superwoman was one, and Open Doors was another, so he rocked with me, and he's been kind of like there in the background supporting me throughout the years as I do my thing. He just basically let me know, listen here, baby girl, there's only 2 ways you're gonna make it up the front. You either gonna have that money or you're gonna have to do it the long way, the hard way. So I've been doing it the long way and the hard way, but it is what it is. It's grown by leaps and bounds. And so, I'm happy to be here. And so I'm excited because after all these years, 20 years in the game, I finally released my first album. And so one of the songs that you're going to hear, or the song that you're going to hear tonight, is coming from that album. It's called Whatever Happened. And can I go into saying why I wrote that song, or should I pause?
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Please keep talking. This is,
so,
you got me captivated right now.
So I've been I remember how hip hop started. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 50s. I ain't ashamed of my age. Understand this. So yeah, I'm 50. I'm about to be 54. So I remember how hip hop started. I remember the phases that hip hop went through. I remember how music was and how much we love music, and how you would go to the club and music have you, if you was ready to jam, the music would be in there. If you was ready to fall in love, half the children in the 80s and 90s and stuff was made off the music. You know what I'm saying? And so somewhere we got lost. That's how I feel. I feel like somewhere when rap came into the game, I still respected rap because rap, Heavy D, all them came, they made rap fun. But somewhere in the PAL, and I want to say it happened from when I noticed it is when I lived in Chicago, and Chief Keef and them started rising. And when Chief Keef and them started rising, the gang started getting into the music. This is what I believe, and they started taking over the music scene. And so all of a sudden, the music that used to make us fall in love just kind of like started getting pushed to the background. And so I wrote this song. Really, I did it as a live in my group. I just one night I was up, I couldn't sleep. I was in Atlanta, I couldn't sleep, and I was just like, I just want to sing. I just felt like singing. So I just started freestyling to a beat. And the people who were listening was like, you should make that into a song. And so I ended up hooking up with a guy named Contact the Hero. He was actually an artist that I promoted before and was on my show. And he had something going on in Atlanta. And he was like, just come and perform. If you come and perform, you can record in my studio for free. So I'm like, okay. So I ended up going to his event, ended up winning that little, contest. And we recorded this song, Whatever Happened. And he freestyled his part. This whole song, in all honesty, is coming from the heart, and it really started as just a freestyle, but it's grown into more. So when you hear the lyrics, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. And everybody, some of the new school artists, the drill, they not gonna like it, and I'm sorry, but we're losing too many artists. We're losing too many of the people, creative people, and now it's not even on the ground no more. We're losing celebrities. They knocking them off like nothing. So it's time to shift. It's time for music to shift. And so I want to be one of those ones who raise the consciousness so that we can shift. Because there's other genres of music. That kind of music shouldn't captivate anymore because we're losing too many of our people to it. That's my opinion. So that's basically what this is.
DJ P Money from New York said, we didn't get lost, the labels took it from us. And now
I've been hearing that.
So Cyclops, your turn. I don't know what to say right now. Honestly, I don't know what to say after that.
I really don't either. Just listening to everything that she was saying, especially, with her opinion on, the way the music is. They always say R&B is dead, but, I really feel like R&B is just a secret gem that still needs to, in today's age, that needs to come out a little bit more. And I feel like we're the ones that need to give light to that. And I've listened to the song already, and some of the names that you were naming in the song, I was like, okay, yeah, what happened to them? One of the names that stuck out with me was Men at Large, and I was like, oh, okay. And it's so funny that you say that because Men at Large just came back out with an album probably like a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh, all these names that she's naming is just like, okay, what really did happen to them, and now they're coming back out, and I'm like, okay, this is where I feel like in the time that we are now, I feel like R&B is about to take over again, and I feel like this is one of the songs that's kind of like it almost reminds me of the Jamie Foxx, Kanye West, they want that go slow jams again. What happened to the slow jams with the Teddy Pendergraphs and the Luther Vandrosses? So I feel like this is almost like what you're trying to say, like what happened to all that. And I enjoy the song, but I don't want to give too much of the song away. So,
so Queen, check this out. My big brother just dropped another one in the chat. He said, these artists sold their soul to the devil, and the devil had to get his money back. The only way that could happen is to get rid of them before they blew up.
That's deep.
So P, drop me and Cyclops off the screen. I'm gonna let this queen do a video drop, and then I'm gonna let her introduce this song, and I'm gonna run it for her. Queen, please, with all your dignity and grace and honor, introduce yourself. Let the world know you're rocking with the Worldwide Fleet DJs, and introduce your track, and I will spin it for you.
So I am rocking with the Worldwide Fleet DJs, and they are rocking my tune, and I hope that y'all love it. Because the question is, whatever happened? Somebody tell me whatever happened? What happened to music? Somebody tell me. Somebody send out SOS.
speaking. We used to sing about love and the struggles we faced just because. And when we fell down, it would give the people hope. You listen to a song and remember every note. Forget the 3 minutes, cause the band be on one. If it touch your soul, you can bet it be a long one. That music, it takes you back, let's do it. Bring that back cause we need it. Lord, I receive it. So, some Luther Vandross, some Curtis Blow. But my ears, music got a way to go. And I fear that we never make it. Not until we form our own and we take it. So much talent, but it just getting wasted. Cause good music equals no place. No ownership equals no say. Stop killing in the music, okay? What happened to the music today?
Whatever happened to the music? Somebody send out an SOS and save our music. Whatever happened to music? Do you remember that good old music? Whatever happened? Somebody help us. Somebody send out an SOS and save our music.
Hey!
You're right about that. Hey! Wow. I'm like Cyclops. I had already heard the song, but it's just, I ain't gonna say nothing. Be quiet. All right. First up, Queen, we're gonna take you out to Nevada. They call him DJ Dr. Funk Juice.
Okay, Dr. Funk Juice.
Come on, Doc.
Going on, Queen? It's your boy, Dr. Funches, representing for the Las Vegas, Nevada Free DJs. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. And yourself?
Good. What happened to music? Revolution involves so much with different generations back then, from back then to now. And trust and believe, I can say that from just listening how much passion that you are about the generation. But like I said, record labels, different generation took over the whole new storm. I grew up, back in, I can just watch and listen Once Apart, TRL, you name it. Back in those days, it was a little different. All these new ones they got, it would not make it to Once Apart or TRL. This right here is a perfect way of sending that message out. And I just want to leave it at that. Keep up the great work. I'm waiting to hear for more of your music. I'm definitely keeping my eyes open for your new music coming out. All right.
You're looking out, Funk Juice. Thank you very much.
No problem, baby G's on you.
Queen, next up is a king that can match your energy and your spirit. He's my big brother. I love him to death. They call him DJ P Money. He's the East Coast Regional Assistant Manager. He a monster.
How you doing, sir?
How are you, madam?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. Absolutely. I appreciate you for even touching this subject. This is a touchy subject in the industry right now. And I meant everything I said, and I'm not afraid to speak it out. Industry realized that they couldn't hold anybody's feet to the fire because these artists were still making money on tour. They had to figure out a way to get that money from them. So they created this 360 deal, which basically just made the artist sign their soul, sign their life away, get their soul to the devil. They had to recoup their money somehow, and they wasn't recouping it because these dudes were relying on streams. Nobody's selling physical copies no more. It is what it is, but I appreciate the song. I appreciate you even touching on this subject.
Can I just say this? I had to because one, I'm a nurse, right?
Okay.
And Future put out a song some years ago called Percocet, right?
Percocet.
And right now we got the epidemic for opioids, and the amount of young people that is killing is astronomical. I work for an addiction clinic, and they come in left and right, and so they're I understand that that the new generation, because back when music started, rock and roll, they ain't like rock and roll, that all these different things. But the point is, it's gotten to the point where it is really killing our children, or killing our next generation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, teach them how to be creative. They don't even know how to be creative. They don't know how to make a song about anything except for the streets. Like, there's more to life than what happened on that corner. Pick your brain and bring out some creativity and make some music that we can dance to and love again.
Well, let me play devil's advocate for a second, because they are being creative. They're speaking about somebody else's life. They're not even talking about what goes on in their life. They talking about somebody else on the street, somebody they heard about.
Studio gangsters, okay.
Yeah, so it just changes the game altogether. But you're 100% correct, because these kids got nothing to do. They sit up in the house. They either trying to call themselves being rappers, so they writing all day, and the only way they could write is if they get high. You got all these other rappers coming out. They talking about sipping on that lean, Molly, Percocet, Xanax. It's just a sad state right now. And like I said, I appreciate you for even touching this subject.
I have many other songs. In fact, I believe that T-Quest sent out my DJ pack, which has a song called All Around the World, which is actually a house song. But I could have played that tonight, but I didn't want to, because the DJs is the ones who get the music out there. It's the DJs, really. I don't care what the industry talking about. When it get down to the get down, it's the DJs that control what their crowds hear. So at some point, all I ask, some point in the night, somewhere, slide around after they sweated and they drunk. I don't know where you want to slide it in there on them and leave them something on their mind. Even though I know they're not going to agree with it. A lot of the young ones that hear, they be like, whatever. No, listen. What's wrong with the kids nowadays? They don't want to listen. Listen.
100% correct. I appreciate you for it, Queen. I wish you nothing but success. Peace and blessings to you. Can't wait to hear more from you.
Thank you.
Dope, Pete. Good looking out, big bro, always. All right. Before we go to the next DJ, you told on the young lady that brought you. So go bring T-Quest up here. She thought I was gonna get her anyway.
I wasn't supposed to say.
No, that's fine. I was gonna call up here anyway, because she representing for the ladies, and the other queen, Pink Diamond, she's sick right now. But I'm gonna pick on Quest every chance I get, because it's funny how both of y'all do a lot of things that she write, you write, she perform, you perform, she sing, rap, sing, both of y'all. So I can see how y'all connected, and Quest be out there in them social media streets looking for good people. And she brought us another gem. So thank you, Quest.
I got Mr. Stout to thank. Actually, Mr. Stout is the one who hooked me and her up. So
yeah. Come on, Quest.
I knew Baby G was gonna call on me. I just didn't know what time of the night it was gonna happen. But yes, I'm over here smiling because, like you said, it's very important to get the music to the DJs, because they're the ones who spin the records and stuff. But then you have to make sure you bring it to DJs that have an open mind and embrace all types of music and every genre of music to really taking what the song is all about. And what I love about you, Patricia, aside of being an author and a personality and stuff, like Baby G said, we have a lot in common. I love the fact that your music is very diverse and it's feel good music. You know what I'm saying? The music that you can skate to, you can vibe to, because don't get me wrong, I love almost every genre. I love to get hype. I like to get emotional. I like to turn up, twerk, all that good stuff, right? But there's still a missing part in our culture, or just a lot of good feel good music, where we can play music that we're comfortable playing respectfully around our elders and at the cookouts, you know what I'm saying? At family functions. Nowadays, when you go to the function, I cringe when I see the little kids rapping these new songs. And I'm like, they shouldn't even know what this is. They should not be excited about this music. It's not healthy. It's not safe. It's not clean, but they get so excited. And I want them to get more excited about music that you produce. You see what I'm saying? So I appreciate you putting out the music. I'm just being honest, I'm just being honest. And with that song, a lot of people put out songs with a message, but if it don't sound right, it's not going to be received properly. And you had that beat bumping with a message. So it was a beautiful balance. And I'm glad that you last minute changed the song, because this was definitely
not to say that all around the world is really doing this thing all around the world. Like, people are digging that song because it's a house song.
Absolutely.
Are loving it. But I felt like it was important for me to share the message. So I appreciate you, Queen. I appreciate
Absolutely. And I'll definitely get them the all around the world too, because we do have a lot of EDM and house DJs here too. And I know that they would definitely enjoy it, but I'm not gonna take no much time. I appreciate you. You got my support, and back to you, baby G.
Peace and
All
love.
right. Thank you there, young lady, young queen. Thank you very much. Next up was DJ Kid Cash. Do you still want to say something, Cash? DJ Kid. Okay, we'll come back to him. Next up, I'm going back to Nevada with DJ Get Buck. Let's go, Buck.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I'm loving it. You said give that an SOS. I'm like, that's right. Yeah, because I feel what you're saying, because actually that kind of goes by what I'm about to start doing. In January 23rd, I'm about to be teaching the history of hip hop and teaching the youth DJ how to DJ at the community center right here in like the Black community. So that's basically what it sounds like what I'm about to do, because right now the youth I see is not understanding where hip hop came from. Nobody's really teaching them, so they just going by following what they hear on the radio and want to copycat. So they don't really get the understanding of where the hip hop came from and how it used to be, a culture of our surroundings and our story, So I hear what y'all saying as far as the youth is not understanding where it comes from, So I decided to get with the community center and told me, I want to put together a class that teaches these youth where the true hip hop comes from and teach them how to DJ at the same time.
That's powerful. That's
Yeah,
powerful.
I'm loving the music though. Yeah, it is. I'm loving it. It's good.
I appreciate it.
That's what's up.
Dope, Buck. Good looking out, big bro.
Yeah,
next up, there go DJ Kid Cash. Bring him up, P.
How you doing, sir?
Hey, good evening. How you doing? I'm guessing I'm probably the youngest one, but I do work with a lot of youth. I actually work with 5 schools in my area, and what you're doing is amazing. And the program that we're doing is called Inner Voice Out of Change, and we're trying to implement just their lives on the records and what they really live, so that way they can bring out that generosity that we've been missing for a while now,
Mm-hmm.
So I really think that it's a good goal that we focus on the youth within what you're saying in your music. And I'm definitely behind you, because I'm already working with the schools as well. And I'm a youth myself. I'm only 27 years old. And
the baby.
yeah. And I get mentored by a lot of people. So I just give back as much as I can, because that's what I'm supposed to do, I guess, at this point in my life that I learned. So definitely I'm in tune with the youth, and they're trying to grasp that. To be honest, like, I know you guys may say like, oh, they're the younger ones. Yeah, they're definitely listening to the mainstream music and they're getting corrupted. But like from grades, I would say from grades like 3 to 6, they're vulnerable to learn what's the truth. And I see it in their eyes, and when they ask me questions, and sometimes I don't even have the answer because I need to find the answer for them. So it's a perfect record, and I can't wait to have it to show these kids too, because we're trying to make records as we speak. Every Wednesday we're trying to make a beat, so that way they can write the lyrics and it be a positive notion. So that way we can present it to everybody too as well. So that way they know that this is the energy we're trying to come with. So it's good, and I'm behind you. I like your record.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Good looking out, kid. Salute. Thank you for all your community service and work. Next up, we got DJ Boom in the building. Let's go, Boom.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? It's DJ Boom,
you
rep a few DJs in Massachusetts. I'm a young too, so you know what I mean. I'm not really familiar with your music, but I definitely heard the track and I do like it. Definitely very positive. You know, I do like R&B and stuff, so definitely that's a great thing that you're doing. And like I said, I support you 100%. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I know you've been in the game for so many years and you still have that amazing voice.
Thank you.
And like I said, you know, whenever you have a chance, you know, definitely would like to send that track over, and I'll definitely like to play it in one of my playlists. Definitely have it on there.
It's in the share room, big bro. So definitely grab it and give us some love and support.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, Boom. Good looking out. Next up, this next young gentleman, he liked to bowl, pretty good at it. He liked to run around TikTok, and he liked to come on here and talk all Rico Suave cool and stuff. So they call him DJ Stan the Man. Let's go.
Hey, how
Good
you
evening, good evening, good evening. How you doing, ma'am?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
I'm doing great. Definitely feeling blessed. Want to give you a couple of shout outs, accolades, just for the fact that you mentioned that you're a nurse. My mom, who passed away 5 years ago, was a nurse. Her sister is a nurse, nurse practitioner.
Sorry about
So
that.
definitely kudos to you for doing that, because it takes a lot to be able to do that type of work. So appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
And then of course give you all the flowers and everything for everything else that I hear that you're doing out there, you know, author, and I mean the list goes on. I like to hear that, and especially for our people in community doing stuff like that. So kudos to you for that. Music wise, great track. Like everybody's saying, it's a feel good track. It feels good. It took me back to what was it called? What was it? Marvin Gaye. What's going on?
What's going on? Yes.
Yeah, you know, it took me back to that time, and you know, because really that's what we're, you know, what's happening. That's what's going on. What's happening. I mean, that's the feeling, like the vibe I was getting the whole time while I'm listening to it, and the name dropping in there. I like that, giving the accolades to all those names. I mean, that was awesome. It definitely caused people to want to find out, if they don't know, look those names up and find out who they were and what they did and what they were about. You know, so awesome. And like my man just said, you know, I'm on the TikTok streets. You know what I'm saying? So I go live on there, and I like to drop a fleet DJ artist that come on here or call and drop their music in our lives and bless people with some of the music that we come across. So this would definitely be a track that I would do that on. The other thing is, I know you said y'all freestyled a lot of stuff, especially this particular song, but I'm curious now about this All Around the World track. Now I want to hear it. I'm gonna have to go do my due diligence since we're not probably gonna play it tonight. But
so I actually sent it to
yeah.
T-Quest in the DJ pack.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess you can get it from her.
Yeah.
It's
don't worry. I'm gonna get it. I know we got to share a room. If it ain't in there, I'll get it somehow. I will get it. Even if I have to find it somewhere, I'll get it. And I'm definitely gonna follow you on your social media and whatnot. And hopefully we'll get some more information about all that at the end of the call. But thank you for being on this call with us tonight. It's definitely appreciated. And are you in the TikTok world?
Yes, I am.
I'll be giving you a follow.
Goins, I think.
Don't worry about it now. Don't worry about it. Like I said, I'll find you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. Have a great night.
I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping. You could have been anywhere, but you stopped in here to hear my music, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And the man, the bowling master. Good looking out, big bro. All right. Now, this young lady is supposed to be sick, but I guess your music has rejuvenated her to the point to where she wants to talk to you. She up there in Virginia. She a state manager, state of the year, manager of the year. and she like to talk. So look out now.
Okay.
Come on, Pink Diamond.
All right. How you doing, Patricia?
I am fine, Queen. How are you?
I've been sick for the whole month of November, girl. So I'm trying to get better.
Lemon. I eat a lot of lemons because lemons are antioxidants. So is tea. So make sure you flush yourself with plenty of liquids, and definitely lemons, vitamin C, tea. Those are antioxidants. You know, if it's a virus, it has to run its course, but vitamin C cuts the life of a virus in half.
I've been doing the tea, the lemons, the limes. I'm just tired of being sick. For sure. But I see that you are definitely a jack of all trades. You've got a lot of hats that you do wear, and I applaud you for that. You know, I love powerful women. Your track, it definitely, like Baby G said, it kind of woke me up. I was driving my long commute home from work, and I really appreciated the music that you put out. I really do like it, and I definitely want to hear more from you. And I heard you was trying to put out a house track, so I'm a house DJ.
Oh,
so
snap.
I definitely want to get that from you. But I do have one question, because I'm not going to take up a lot of your time because I got to get busy too for tomorrow. But out of all of the things that you've done or have done or are doing now, what is the most passionate thing about you? That because you have so many hats on, what is the most passionate thing?
The music. If you read any of my books, like This Can't Be Love or whatever, I went through a very horrific childhood filled with child abuse and all that kind of stuff. And the only thing that gave me peace was listening to the radio and listening to the music. And so it's been music my whole life. But I was so afraid of what people would think about me. I remember I was singing in the bathroom singing, and my aunt, who probably was mad about something I didn't know, but I was young, and I was singing, and she was like, "Whoever that is singing, I need that shot." And that instantly, I think, traumatized me to the point where I started singing at a whisper. And so for years, I wouldn't sing. And then even every time I would get the courage up, if somebody said anything, I would crawl right back into my shell. So once I turned 30 and I just got to this point, I said, you know what? I'm going to take a step of faith. And I don't care if people like it or not. I'm going to sing from the heart. I'm going to sing what I love, what I feel. And if those who love it and are meant to receive it will receive it. And those who don't, won't. And that's where I'm at. So it's the music for me. Out of everything.
Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely be following you and trying to keep up with you. I'll definitely get up with T Quest. She's another powerful lady that she's got a whole bunch of hats going on as well. But so keep up the great work that you're doing. You know, keep putting out that good music because we need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of like you, where I listen to some of the stuff that they got going on now, and I be like shaking my head too. I be like, So just keep up your music style, and definitely I will be checking you out more and more.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Have a great night.
You too. And I hope you get better.
Go get that lemon and that vitamin C and that water.
Well, I've been here.
All right. We supposed to go down to the boot, Queen. You ready to go down to the boot? They call him DJ Cool Kid, representing Louisiana.
Oh, Louisiana in the house.
What's up, Queen?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm definitely feeling that track. And man, I ask myself that same question all the time when I listen to a lot of this crap they got out now. Where the good music went to. But the song kind of remind me of the self-destruction era. You remember the video Self-Destruction?
I remember the group, but I don't remember that. No.
Well, it kind of remind me of the self-destruction video, but a different vibe. But it's still kind of similar to that type of that type of vibe. But I'm definitely feeling that track. And we definitely need more music like that, from different artists, even rap artists, you know. Either they singing or they rapping, man. We just need that positive message out there like that.
The problem is a lot of them are afraid to be leaders because they're feeling like I gotta go with what's being paid, or what's making money. But the thing is, every 10, 15, 20, although hip hop has held on the longest, but every few years the trend changes anyway. You know what I'm saying? So This is what I tell the artists. I said, whoever creates the music or the sound that changes the game is going to be your next Michael Jackson. It's going to be your next Prince. It's going to be your next Madonna. It's going to be your next whoever, Jay-Z. It's going to be the next. The ground is fertile for someone to step up and to produce a new sound. And when they do, people gonna gravitate to it because you got your fans, the drill and all that kind of stuff, but you got a whole bunch of people who are ready to hear something different. So the one who is bold enough to do something different is going to be the one who's going to take music in the next direction and make a lot of freaking money. Because the people, I listen to the people. I listen to, I've been in Chicago, Ohio, Atlanta on the radio. I listen to the people. I got big groups. I listen to the people. They're ready. They just ready for it. We're waiting on the artist who's going to do it, And I'm just trying to sprinkle a little, I want to be in there somewhere.
Hey, that's what's up. But look, my hat goes off to you, man. Salute to you. I love the track. Keep sending that positive message out there. Keep bringing some songs like that. I love them, and we need that.
I appreciate that. Thank you, King. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Good looking out, big bro. Boo, cool kid. Stan, I don't know if I want you to talk again. Cyclops, should I let him talk, bro?
Yeah, go ahead, let him talk. Go ahead, let him talk.
Pete, bring him back up. You got 5 seconds.
I got 2 questions. I realized I didn't ask you no questions, so I got 2 questions.
You get one.
Okay. Now you're making me choose. All right. Dang it! Why'd you do that to me, man?
To see if you really wanted to ask questions. Pay attention to detail.
But I had it structured. Anyway, okay, time. All right. So I told you I was going to do my due diligence. So that short period of time while I was out, I already got 4 of your songs. Superwoman, dope. What is your so here's the question. God, see, you threw me off, man. All right. So my question is, do you write just for yourself or do you write for other artists? Like, because like you said, you're trying to put it out there and put your thing out there for everybody. Are you writing music only for you, or are you writing music where other people can do your music, like Prince did and Michael Jackson did? Like,
I would be open to. So for me, it's the beat. I write the words from the beat. Like I'm not a person who writes lyrics and stuff and then like, okay, here you go, find a beat. I gotta hear it's the beat for me. It's the pulse, it's the music that brings forth the word. So I would have a problem with if an artist out there has a beat or whatever, or a label or whoever, and they bring it to me and they be like, hey, write some songs, and they give me the beat, I'm gonna release what I hear, and I don't got a problem with doing it for other people. I do it for myself because I ain't got to worry about nobody saying, hey, you should have went high, or you should have went low, or you should have did this. I can just do what I want to do. But, another artist may be able to bring those powerful notes in a stronger way and still get the message across. So, yeah, I would do it for other people. But for me, like I said, I'm not a songwriter in that I'm a freestyler. And it's the music for me. It's the beat.
So that means you're in the right place, because we got a lot of producers in the fleet. So I'm sure if you link up with some of our producers, you can come up with some more music. So anyway, kudos to you again. Thanks for letting me get back on, guys. Y'all have a great night.
And that song Superwoman is actually, that was the beginning for me. And that was like the first big hit. And kudos to Mr. Hankey, because I caught Mr. Hankey, he was already Wobble, all that kind of stuff. He was already out there, right? But
Yep.
when we created this song, it was before California. It was before, you know, all those. I caught him when he was in that creative spin. And so everyone who hears that, I have two versions of it, but everyone who hears that, Superwoman loved it. That's really what took me this way.
Love it. Great song.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dan, go bold. Bring Cyclops up, P. All right, Cyclops, spill your beans. And you've been waiting. You've been holding out. Spill your beans, Cyclops.
So I want to piggyback off of what Stan the Man said the first time. When you doing all the name dropping, you have you name some names that people might not know, to where they're going to go look them up and then fall in love with that music. And you know, you're going to have some of those people that know who those names are, but might have forgot who they are, and go to fall in love with that music all over again. So my question to you is, those names, were those the names that stuck out to you personally, or was it like, you know, those are the ones that you really felt like, hey, like let's bring some light back up to them?
So if you'll notice, and I don't even know why I did this. I have no idea, but I only named male artists, and there was no rhyme or reason to that. That's just how it flowed from me. But I loved every one of them. Fugees in particular, I love Fugees because of Lauryn Hill. I love me some Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill, I grew like from when she did Sisters Act on, I've been a Lauryn Hill freaking fan, you know? So I love that neo soul that I could have named many more. And there's females I could have named too, but for some reason, those are the ones who came out. And David Tolliver, I interviewed him on in Atlanta, you know, from Men at Large.
Yeah.
I know him. In fact, him and Stan Edley, Stanley Moore, Stan Edward Moore from the Daz Band. You know, they did a song together. So it's like I'm in that world, and I remember that music, and I'm just like, okay, we're gonna always have Lil Ray right now. I got you, but Lil Ray right now can't dominate the music scene no more. Like, it's time for change. Maybe it's time for house. Beyonce got a nice track out, you know what I'm saying, that puts you in that house feel. House music might be the next genre to take over. There's some other genres. Lil Ray and them have had the spotlight for long enough. But the only ones who are really going to change the game are people like the DJs. The DJs still got the power. I don't care what the labels say.
Yes. And you know, it, like I said earlier, it reminds me of the slow jams, because I was a youngin' when slow jams came out, to where some of the names that they were naming in the song, I was like, okay, let me go look these people up. So I feel like your song is going to touch the younger generation. Like, when they hear, okay, well, let me go look up Men at Large. Let me go look up Jodeci. If they don't know who Jodeci is, I don't know where they've been. But like, so yeah, like I feel like that's, you know, you bring the awareness back, and I feel like this is the perfect track. And like I said, I will be spinning it. And yeah.
Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love.
You ain't got to go nowhere, Cyclops. But I wanted you to have your time to shine with the Queen solo, one-on-one. You've been sitting off in the cut patiently.
You know, I could talk about R&B all day and see.
That's why I wanted you to enjoy your quality time with her. I enjoyed her the whole call.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
So, all right, Queen. Now you get to me. That guy they call Baby T. T-Quest holding out on music yet again. Lord have mercy. Quest. All I'm gonna say for Quest is, love you. Keep it moving. Patricia, amazing track.
Thank you.
I was on a call with P, with a hip-hop artist, older gentleman like us. I'm 52, so I feel your pain about music. Been there, done that, seen a whole bunch of it. Grew up in Mississippi. down the street from Malaco Records, so I know where a lot of this stuff really came from. But the male artist P had on his call had the same type of vibe and passion, and his music gave you an experience. And this song and what else I think you got in the bag, Quest, Holding Out, I think is going to be a dope experience. And a lot of music that I've been hearing lately from R&B artists and true hip hop artists or older, mature hip hop artists, it's been an experience. You're telling, like you said, this was a freestyle. This came from your essence. You told a story with it. He did the same thing with his music. So y'all know what's need to be done. But again, like P was saying on his call, and like he said, we got to quit selling our soul to the devil and remember, as Quest would say, for the love of R&B. But Quest always says, for the love of music. I ain't got my own cliche. I'll tell you my saying in a minute, but I'm using everybody else's words tonight because they are relevant, and it shows how different people in different sectors of the world can unify with this thing called music. And I get it, like you said, Ray and everybody, they talking this, but we done forgot what those 4 little letters mean. We have forgot, and you're very true. Cyclops is in the R&B division. I am, Quest, Nino, and they talk about R&B, and P talks about true hip hop, New York getting its props back, getting back to what started all this. And those essence sampling true singers, not auto-tune. Let me hear what Lord has blessed you with. And that's what you did with this song. And I thank you for that. And I love when I can understand the artist. And I don't have to be like, okay, what did you just say?
Right, I feel you on that.
You know, and you're right. If house, I would love to see house music take over, because I'm tired of these 1 minute and 30-second songs. But Mox next. Let me get off my soapbox and everything. But my saying, because I try to keep up with Quest, and I'm gonna pick on Quest all night, but I like to do voiceovers and drops and play with things. And I actually got published on one, pat the ball here. But I like to say, many have tried, many have failed, but no one can mess with Patricia. Whatever happens, happens, you heard. But on behalf of Fleet DJs, DJ Cyclops, P Money, Quest, Nino, the whole Fleet family, everybody. Queen, this has been a dope call. You brought amazing music.
Thank you.
Quest, give us the rest of the music, Quest. Quit holding out, Quest. It was a great experience. We learned a lot from you. You put it on the line, you put it on your heart. It was a great call. You made the call. We didn't make it, you made it. And we're your support crew tonight.
I appreciate that.
So on behalf of Fleet Management, the whole family, my fellow host, Cyclops, myself, Baby G, would like to thank you. We'll take your closing comments, and we're going to wrap this thing up, Queen.
I just want to say, you could have been anywhere. You could have been doing anything. But the fact that you wanted to stop by to hear what this old chick had to say, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I do have different music. I do all kind. I don't stick myself into one particular lane because I feel like that's not really being creative. So my music is about all different facets of life. But I knew that the way to get the word out and the ones who really can initiate the change are the DJs. And so that's why I wanted to bring it to y'all. And so I thank y'all for rocking with me, for listening, for liking it. And I do pray that you do share it, and for the ones who you're working with the kids, somebody got to reach the babies so that they don't continue. Because if you think about it, the ones who are talking about this life are the ones who are living the issues of the 80s when everybody was getting locked up and when crack was out. And so all these kids, these latchkey babies who didn't have mamas at home because she was on drugs, daddy was locked up in jail. And so they was in the streets doing their thing and they telling their stories. what's the next generation gonna tell? What stories they gonna tell if we don't do something? What they gonna be singing about? What they gonna be doing? Music is powerful.
Let everybody know where they can find you at, Queen, and how they can get in contact with you for more interviews, because we have 60 plus online digitally tracked radio stations, 60 plus.
Wow.
We have the world's largest digitally tracked radio network.
Wow.
Cyclops, Quest, P-Money, other people, they do additional state interviews, regional interviews, interviews on their platforms. Give them all your contact information. Let the world know how they can reach you and stay in contact with you and support you even more.
So for one thing, I just want to say I have 2 more songs coming out in December. One called Faith and one called Open Doors. Open Doors was also produced by Mr. Hank. And then I have another song I'm dropping on my birthday that's with my son, One Way Zay. So you can definitely follow me by Spotify, of course, Patricia M. Goins. You can go to n1m.com/Patricia M. Goins, and you'll hear some of the music I have. You can go to my YouTube channel, which is Miss Goins 1119. I think they use the @ sign now. I think it's @ and then MS Goins 1119. Facebook, Instagram. You can join the Atlanta Music Industry Group, Music with a Z, on Facebook. Definitely, like I said, there's over 32,000 members. So if y'all got new people, new music, or whatever you want to push to flood them, that's the place to do it. I talk to them all day long. I do. I don't stop them for posting, but I talk all the time. So it would be nice to have some backup and come in there and try to steer them in another direction. Kudos to all the ones that's working with the kids. And just thank y'all as a whole. I knew bringing it to the DJs is what I need to do. And not only that, but I've been working on everybody else's career and music for so long, and it's time for me to get back to the basics.
So Cyclops, your closing comments, King.
Well, like he said earlier, we will thank you for stopping by, because you could have been anywhere else, because you have so many hacks to take time out your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. And I'm looking forward to hearing some more of your story. I'm going to reach out to you, like he said, to get you on my platform, because I do want to hear your story behind the music. So I will be reaching out to you, and Baby G's on you.
Thank you.
Yo, check it out. We have come to the part that we hate the most. It's not goodbye. It's see you later, because you have 2 more tracks that you got to bring back to us. And if you got a project, you got to bring it back and do a listening session.
Okay.
So you keep feeding us with this good essence of this experience that you can create, you're going to get more new fans than you realize.
Hey, amen for that. And you know what? I'm not even doing it. I just do it because I love music. That's the bottom line. And I would like to be able to leave something. When I leave here, I have a song called Times Like This. And I say, we got to leave our footprints in the sand for the next generation, So if I can just leave something, when it's time, when God says, all right, Patricia, it's time to come on, at least I have left a piece of my heart, my soul to be carried on, And if that comes with fans and money and all that kind of stuff, that's cool. But if it don't, I'm still doing what I love to do. And that's what's important to me.
Amen. That being said, there's nothing else to be said except for thank everyone that got on this call. Thank you, Cyclops. Thank you, Queen Patricia. And on behalf of Fleet Management, Upper Management, and the whole Fleet family, that concludes the call with the lovely Queen Patricia. Salute, Queen. Good night, everybody. Peace. Shut it down.